I just want to speak a little bit on the young Dolph and Yo Gotti and his brother Big Juke situation. Y'all, listen, what those guys done for Memphis is legendary, bro. Like two big record labels in one city, putting so many people on. Like the losses is insurmountable. Like we could never ever get that back. It's sort of like in my city, like if Cash Money would have been beefing with No Limit. You know, it would have been a lot of debts on both sides, but really and truly, the whole city is the one that would have lost because when you are placed in power, when you've been placed in a position of power, you could change a lot of people's lives. And whether we won't admit it or not, Yo Gotti have a lot of artists, and Young Dolph had a lot of artists, and whatever they was beefing over, really and truly, was so petty. Like it wasn't even nothing that was that warrant nothing like this. But sometime when we don't know how to communicate with each other, as black people, we got to learn how to communicate and hash our problems out. Like, because in reality, Yo Gotti and Young Dolph is they was like PRE and then CMG as a label. It's really corporate, bro. It's really like corporate companies, bro. They have employees, they have payroll, they have staff, they have a media department, they have all these stuff like regular corporations. And it's like I never thought I'd see a day where multimillionaires get killed right on live video. It's like wow, man. It's like, and you just don't see stuff like that in the corporate world. Like, yeah, in hip hop, yeah, but not, them guys are like corporate CEOs, bro. Yo Gotti and Young Dolph were CEOs of their own enterprises. So at the end of the day, it shouldn't have never came to this at all. It shouldn't have never came to this. They should have had some mediators in the middle, like just lowering the temperature and letting cooler heads prevail. But I think really and truly the city of Memphis really lost out. They really lost out big because Dolph haven't even reached his potential, and Yo Gotti still got a long way to go. So it's like, and even like what he did for his brother's funeral. Of course he gonna do that. He don't want to die. He saw what happened to his brother. When you don't protect yourself, the same thing with Young Dolph. When you work all that money and you have tension with somebody else and they potentially have millions and millions of dollars too, you have to walk, you have to ride with the Navy. Like even when Yo Gotti was at the repass, he had armed police. He had escorts there. He knew. Like now, why his brother Big Juke didn't take the initiative to do the same thing, the world will never know. But at the end of the day, you can't never ever walk around without protection. You have to be very, very smart. And I believe Yo Gotti is very, very smart. Like, I mean, it's just certain things in life you have to think about it. If you gone, the bag gone. You know what I'm saying? If I'm over CMG, and just like Young Dolph was over Paper Route. Now, paper give you this. Paper Route still is flourishing because Dolph put a lot of game in them boys, and he taught them how to go get that bread and keep the record label alive, even though he knew he wasn't gonna be here. You know what I'm saying? A smart businessman always think 20, 30 moves ahead. You have to because it's life, the unexpected. If things could turn for the worse, God forbid, you could lose your life. I mean, it's a lot of stuff in business that come along with being prepared. And you know, I think that it's just an unfortunate situation because it was two black multimillionaires, and even Juck was a multimillionaire. So my thing is that we lost our big. I mean, to see Dolph, to be able to see Dolph in 2024, and to see him with his paper route empire, and to see what he would have been doing now would have been amazing. you know. And just like I said, like there's nowhere else in corporate where that's happening that except in the hip hop community. So it's like, and rappers beefed all the time, like that back in the day. I'm in my 40s, so I was around when Tupac and Biggie. It's the same thing. It was a lot of people died in that. A lot of people lives got affected. A lot of people died, and who it hurts. It hurts us as the fans because we love the music, we love our celebrities, we love our entertainers, and the great thing about Tupac is that he had so much music that he done. But look at Biggie, the music stopped at some point, and now they're using that AI stuff, recreating stuff, but it's not like the original. Like they both got cut down. I think Pac was 25, Biggie was 25. Dolph would have turned 36, I believe. So, and like I said, look at Big Jook in his 40s. People in the corporate world don't die in their 40s unless it's a drunk driving, a plane crash, or something like that. No, we have to get it together. Like I'd rather have both of them than have none, because they more powerful when it's two of them. Like, I remember when it was no limited cash money, them guys just decided not to work with each other because they know it's some people in my camp that don't like you. It's some people in your camp that don't like me. We're gonna coexist. We're gonna get this money, but we're gonna do it separate. And that was the smart thing about Baby and Master P. You know what I'm saying? Like, and look at it, even back then, Mystical had beef. He's still living. A few of them guys from UNLV, they still living. One of them I think one or two of them got killed from UNLV. But in New Orleans, they beefed all the time on wax. And they seen each other when they went to the mall. And man, it's just lyrics, man. It's just a song. You know what I'm saying? I think I seen one interview where Biggie Small said Pac told him the Hit 'Em Up thing was just a song. It was just a song, man. So I think that we have to, and us too, us and people who online stream on the internet. I think that some of them guys probably read their comments and shit, man. So if we could just give them some encouraging words, maybe we could prevent some shit. I don't know, but at the end of the day, no, you know what? I think it was too far gone. It was too many deaths, and then once somebody try to kill somebody, bro, it's pretty much, I mean, it take a real big man to walk away from something like that. So I mean, usually when it's up there, bro. So it's like, I mean, I wish it could have been one of them days to where it was like they could have swashed it, but I think it was way too far gone. And this the ramification, bro. That thing in Memphis is a whole nother monster, bro. It's been a lot of deaths on both sides, bro. Like, I believe Black Youngster lost his two brothers. Dolph wife lost Dolph, and God knows however many people. And then Yo Gotti lost people. Um, who else? Who else? I mean, Migos took a L on the internet. Um, like I said, man, that stuff is nasty, and it ain't. But when it's two bosses, two multi-millionaires, bro, who got all that money, bro, it's like, yeah, it happens like that. And it's like, I'm yet praying for him, man, cause you know, I wish Memphis could, man. I mean, that's it. If them two labels could have got together, man, and just made a collaborated album, that would have been big for Houston, bro. Just imagine Young Dolph and Yo Gotti and Migo Bands and Key Glock and Yo Money Bag all on one song, man. That's that dope. And they could have did a tour and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know when Mystical got out of jail, he signed with Cash Money. Sometimes it take time. Sometimes time will heal all wounds. You know, back then he couldn't work with him because he was with No Limit. But look, when he got out of jail, P gave him his blessing. He went right over there and made an album with Cash Money. I mean, it was only right for him to do it because Cash Money been on top of the rap game for damn that 30 years. So it's like that's the same thing that Young Dolph and Yo Gotti should have been doing. Being on the rap game for that long. All the talent is in Memphis. Like, if you look at 1017, the label, look at all the artists. All the artists really come from Memphis. Except a handful of them, but the good ones, uh, what's that boy named Pooh Shiesty? And what's the other one name? The one that passed away. Uh, can't think of the young man name. He just passed away. Big Scar. I think he was from Memphis too. It's like, bro, Memphis got the talent, bro. Memphis got the talent right now. Every city have their moment. New Orleans had ends. Texas had ends. Atlanta had its time. Now it's Memphis time, bro. And if you take the two big heads of the record label, if you take the two CEOs and you get rid of them, who gonna promote the music? Like if they millionaires and they gone, they don't exist no more. The record labels is they ideas because they the CEOs. A person can't run your business like you can run it. You the CEO. So my whole thing is that we needed them alive, man. Like that is a part of history. Them both of them, Yo Gotti and Young Dolph, they legends, and even Big Jook, talent scouting and getting the rappers, bro. That's legendary, bro. Some of the names he discovered, bro. Look. It's just what them guys did is legendary, bro. And they may not have liked each other or whatever, but they did something very tremendous for the city of Memphis. Them boys made a lot of millionaires, bro. Them boys made a lot of millionaires between PRE and CMG. There's a lot of people who was once poverty stricken, ain't had no money, ain't had no way out, and it just a stroke of a pen, record deal. And now you riding around in Lamborghinis and foreign whips and all that stuff there. So it's like it's a big loss. It's a really big loss for Memphis. It's a really big loss for the business community, and it's also a really big loss for us as the people who really the people who really love music, who really love music, who've been a hip hop head for years. Like, and I think before I go, I'm gonna say this. I think it's like back in my time, you had music that uh you had Too Short, Ice T, Ice Cube, NWA. You had that kind of music, but you also had that other side of music, like you had Flavor Flav, you had uh, LL Cool J, I Need Love. Yeah, it was a mix, bro, and not it's all like just shoot, shoot, kill, kill, and it's like usually when you live like that and you start seeing that stuff like that, you become desensitized and it just become the norm. And it's like it's very, very sad. We need to get back to the music when it was mixed. Like the Ja Rules. We need stuff like that where he could put an R&B diva on there and you could sing and there's some shit that make you want to dance. You know, and even with Bad Boy puffing them, what he got going on in the media is bad, but the guy put out some good music. You know what I'm saying? But look, it's the same thing with him and Suge Knight. When two label heads beef, people die, man, because there's nobody around them telling them who. Think about it. Who are these guys gonna listen to? The only people that they can listen to is the people in the entourage. There's no mogul advisor. There's no personal advisor who gonna advise you against something when you're paying them. You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna keep their mouth shut and take their paycheck. And it's like it's one of them unfortunate things when I got millions of dollars. Who gonna tell me something? Who can tell me something? No. All a person gonna do is get paid and shut up. In their mind, they might say, "Man, I wish I could reach out to my boss," but in the end, they ain't gonna say anything. It's just like us normal folks who work normal corporate jobs. No, you have a CEO of a company, you have a CFO, you have a COO, you have a vice president of operations. I'm not gonna go in there and tell my vice president, "Hey, man, I don't think you should do that." No, it don't work that way, bro. And so it works the same way in the hip hop industry. It worked the same way in the R&B industry, the movie industry, all kind of ways. Of course, them people know the shit wrong, but how can I speak out? I might lose my job. I might lose my livelihood. I might not be able to take out my family if I tell them, "Yo, man, what I think you're doing is wrong." So this is why we seeing this stuff play out like this. And then, like I say again, when it's that, Nobody wants to see the bigger picture when it's that. Oh, my brother's dead. Oh, my sister's dead. Or my cousin's dead. I got to get revenge. It's one of them things, and it's very unfortunate. And right now the hip hop community need a lot of love. Memphis need a lot of love. Young Dolph, Young Dolph family need a lot of love. Your Gotti family need a lot of love. This would need to take place right now. Yes, we lost people, but with prayer and a lot of prayer and a lot of love, we can move on from it. And it's like we really don't need no more deaths, bro. Like we really need who's left to stick around. We need Key Glock. We need Snoop Bands. We need Yo Gotti. We need Yo Money Bag. We need the rest of them to stay alive. Like we need the rest of them to stay alive. Like because if they gone, the music scene in Memphis is gone. Who else there is putting the city on? Nobody. So it's like you have to look at that. It's just like once No Limit left New Orleans, once Cash Money left New Orleans, man, the place is it ain't the same no more. The money not here. And like you take T.I., Gucci Man, and all them out of Atlanta. When you have all the millionaires in Atlanta, the laws work for you. All of it run hand in hand. We have to realize that. Them guys have a lot of influence and a lot of money, and they could persuade politicians. They could rent politicians. They could like this here video. I'm probably gonna hop on and do another video later, but I gotta get some business to take care of. Peace and love.